Hello, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. What about you?
I'm also great and thank you for asking. So, how was your day so far today?
Yeah, my day has been so good, so fantastic. Today I have attended one conversation with one co-learner, and that was amazing.
Okay, that's really great to hear that. Okay,
Mhm.
so as we are meeting first time, so would you like to share something else about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So if I discuss about my introduction, so this is Chandan here. I live in Bihar state. Professionally, I'm a primary teacher. If I talk about my hobbies, I love to talk to new people and traveling different places. It is a part of my hobbies, and I love to read books as well. That's all.
Okay, you like to read book. Okay, so you are teaching, as you mentioned about you are teacher, yeah?
Yes.
So which subject are you teaching? It is English or it is a different subject you're teaching?
Especially I teach English subject, but sometime I teach every subject because I teach up to only five class students. So it's not much harder for me.
Okay, like up to five class. Okay, yeah, I'd
Yes.
say like a one, two, three class. It would be like a really easy to teach maybe. But talking about grammar, even then it would be difficult because I'm not good at grammar and talking like when I think about teaching of like a other person, it's I feel just a little bit like a difficult. So I don't want to like take these kinds of decision. But let's see what would be happening in future because I also belong to village area. So I have a thought to teach other person and I'm thinking right now same. Okay.
Of course,
Okay, so like how long you are like a teaching?
it's been 2 years I have done.
Okay, 2 years. And are you enjoying?
Of course. Teaching, what I personally think like teaching is a noble profession, right? People are
Okay.
respecting you if you teach somebody, and as well as you are going to learn so many things. That's why I love to teach.
Okay, so you are
Mhm.
teaching and you have a lots of like idea about English. So okay, so let me introduce myself to you as well. So
Sure.
I'm Rajesh, and basically I'm from Nepal. Currently, I'm talking to you from Saudi Arabia, where I'm working at a restaurant as well as coffee shop as a waiter. And it's been more than 3.5 years I'm working here. And talking about my schooling, I did plus two, and after that, I had to drop out my schooling. It's all because of financial crisis. And then I moved in Saudi, so that is all about me. And I really don't have any kinds of hobby. But I'm also running one YouTube channel by the name of Let's Thrive with Rajesh. So yeah, that's it.
That's wonderful. And I'm little curious to know, like, when did you get to have the idea of learning English? What was the incident that made you to take decisions for learning English?
Okay, I would say like there are lots of problems which I had to face when I was in Nepal. So that's the reason I thought I should like do something else for my parents, for myself. So that also made me to learn this language. And the main reason would be cracking interview. So when I wanted to move in Saudi Arabia, so that times I had to go through lots of interview, and that's moment I was not able to speak and I had not courage to talk with anyone. So due to I had to work on that, but even then I had not like a many resource of like technology, Wi-Fi, these kinds of things. I had not these kinds of resource. But even then, so I thought if I will not learn English, might I would be not able to crack interview and get a better opportunity in my life. So then I would say like anyhow I have managed and like a mobile phone and used to go in some kinds of like a city, not city, but some market area there I can like download some English videos. So there I used to download and watching them at a night times, maybe like whenever I used to get a time. So I used to watch a lot and consume more than like 3 4 hours. So that's how I was able
Wow.
to understand perfectly, and that also made me to like speak in front of other person because if you are consuming something else, definitely you are getting some idea and it will help you to understand perfectly. And then I prepared myself and gave interview, and fortunately I moved in Saudi. And after coming here, I'd say like if you enter in any country and that would be new for you, so definitely their language would be different, their culture would be different totally. So as I got a job as a waiter, so that was the also reason to learn this language. But Saudi Arabia, what's happened here? Most of the people they speaking in Arabic language. If you are good at Arabic, you don't have to learn English here. But talking about in city areas, so definitely there's people come from USA, Australia, from different country. And if you are working as a waiter, then you will have to serve food, beverage, so many things. So you will have to communicate with them in English, and yeah, mostly in English with a foreigner. But talking about Arabic people, so they speak only Arabic language. So I'd say like just talking with just to communicate with the other person I have learned. And I'd say now it's okay, but initially it was really difficult to learn because I had no idea what kinds of strategy I should follow, what kinds of strategy I should not follow. And when I came across like some different kinds of activities, I started to implement those things, such as talking with myself, talking with a co-learner, and recording myself, thinking in my mind. So yeah, so these kinds of things I did, and that's helped me a lot to improve this language.
Wow, very inspiring journey of yours, I would say. Really, you have been through a lot of obstacles and adversities, and even though you didn't give up,
Yeah,
that was the
absolutely.
plus point of yours.
Because like a giving up, it is not solution for anything. I know when first times I got a job as a waiter, I had no idea about how to do work because I was a fresher. I never been to in any hotel industry, and first times I enter in this field and I had to talk with a customer. I had to speak with the other person, and as an introvert and not having a courage and confidence, it was really difficult for me. But even then, I can say I have taken this kinds of decision and put it myself in this kinds of situation where I had to talk anyhow. And also that
Mhm.
helped me a lot to build my confidence. And now I'm able to communicate with anyone.
Yeah, that's great. You yourself, like you have a developed, that much confidence level to just encounter the multiple personalities in your day-to-day life in such kinds of conversations, right? But this is
Yes.
called art, what you have developed by self. Mostly, yeah, sibling after connecting with an expert or any intermediate levels, right?
Yeah.
But
I'd say
sibling and
I also used to feel and used to like a severe my body were like a shivering when I used to connect with the other person. So it was difficult for me. Just like 2 months before, I had a conversation with on Twitter, and she was from maybe like a English area platform maybe. And there, when I talked with her, I was not able to speak, and I was feeling like nervous, hesitate, because I never done these kinds of activities, and first times I had to do, and that's the reason I was not able to speak. But that also made me, I can say, give me a courage and give me a path to like connect with the different people, and that's also boosted me a lots of confidence. And since that times I have been doing these kinds of activities. It's been around 2 months, and say I had so far maybe like 50 or 60 conversation, and now I'd say I'm comfortable to having conversation with anyone. It's no matter either I'm talking with an intermediate, upper intermediate, or advanced level speaker. I can manage to talk anyhow. And if I'm getting stuck, it's okay because it is a normal thing, yeah. Because everyone they
yeah,
get stuck, everyone they make mistake, and grammar, it is also really difficult for me to use perfectly. But even then, I don't consider so much about those things. I just consider more on how I can convey my thought toward other person and make other person understand. So yeah, I'm doing and focusing on these things. Okay, then even I'm the person who has been like watching your video a lot. Maybe I have seen you have connected with a different person and different YouTuber, and you are speaking also so very well. So how
thank you.
long, how many years you did this kinds of activity, like a conversation practicing, how long you have been doing?
Actually, 2 years back, I started such kinds of activities. Like I was suffering through the less of environment in my place. So finally, I mean, suddenly I got the one boy coming from rural place, and they were speaking tremendously, I would say, with the multiple, co-learners every single day. Then I got an idea like I can also do this like them. I'm also coming from rural place, so I can also like him. So then I got the Skype and then I started my journey. Through the Skype, I connected with many person. I just maintained my consistency because I knew if I couldn't maintain my consistency, so I couldn't reach at that level where I often want to admire myself to be there, right? So just I kept moving on the same direction. And I knew already like maintaining consistency, it's my priority. Being a learner, this is your first priority to just maintain your consistency, right? And dedication also, it's a very mandatory for you. So these are the things I maintained for a very long time on the same directions. And my nature, helping nature, you can consider. I often love to, guide somebody, coordinate someone who really a little curious to learn something from me. So by this way also, while teaching somebody, I'm going to improve myself a lot. And this is the way I improved a lot and I reached these levels
Yeah.
because of my continuity, you can say, yeah.
Okay. No, like if you are teaching like a someone else, then definitely you are improving as well. Yeah. Like a other person, they will also improve, and simultaneously you are improving. And it is a good method to even like gain some kinds of like a skill with like within ourselves. Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask like a same question. Like it's been around 2 years you have been doing these kinds of activities, having conversation and connecting with a different YouTuber. So initially, did you have to also face some kinds of problem when you used to connect with the other person, or were you so much of like a bold and confident person and had a already knowledge related English?
No, actually, I didn't have knowledge that much. And I have been suffering through a lot of, problem. Like I was unable to create even single sentence with the grammar. I
Okay.
was making a lot of mistake, but I had a attitude, positive attitude. Whether I was talking in a wrong manner, and used to have a lot of criticism about my speaking way also, because at that time I was not good enough in a grammar, you can say. So I used to make a lot of mistake, but I was quite positive to maintain my attitude. Like whether I was making mistake in that situations, but I have to speak. I didn't stop speaking with myself and with others. Because it's obvious things like if you're going to learn something unique and specific in your life, so you have to make a lot of mistake. And this is the surety like you're learning something. So I have already in my mind. Okay. So the same thing I used to do every single day. And because of that continuity, what I maintained in my earlier, I reached this level. And when I started, speaking in correct way, I didn't realize because everything, every time the things are is going in my mind about English. And I am so passionate to watch American web series since a very long time. When I was not learning, since that time, I was watching web series, English web series. Until now, I'm watching American web series. So you can say that works as a refreshment to what I learned earlier to any books like any vocabulary or anything. So while watching, I used to get a lot of subtitles over the screen that refreshed my vocabulary, right?
Mm.
So that made me help me out to remember every time my vocabulary, my stuff, and this is the way I'm able to remember the things for a long time.
Okay. So even I am the
Yeah.
person who learn vocabulary in the same way from contents, like watching some English movie. It would be anything. So I'd say like a conversation video. Mostly I go for conversation video. I don't watch a English movie like a Hollywood because I'm not able to like I'm able to understand, but even then I'm not that much of an interest to watching these kinds of movies. So that's the reason I prefer to go on conversation and motivational these kinds of video, and from those activities I have learned lots of vocabulary.
Mm.
And even then like initially WhatsApp and as we don't have an idea about anything else, so definitely first we want to go for improving grammar. And I'd say like
Yes.
I also used to work on grammar, but not I did not give for long time. I just gave for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and after that I started to understand tenses and articles and preposition. Then I thought I should like learn some vocabulary because I was really weak to even know the word perfectly. Even simple word I had no idea before. So I used to do translating a lot, Hindi to English. These kinds of things I used to do, and also learning a word in sentences. So I used to read sentences all times, maybe in morning for 10 to 50 minutes, and that's helped me a lot, I'd say. And then later I came across
Mm.
some application where I started to talk with the co-learner, so that boosted me confidence. Otherwise, having lots of knowledge, but you are not implementing those things while talking with you, with yourself and with the other person, till then you would be not able to use them perfectly and speak, because our ultimate goal, which is speaking, yeah. So you have to use them, you will have to speak with a person, with yourself, with whoever come across. So I realized and
Yeah.
I started to, and now I'm comfortable. Otherwise it's really difficult. Okay,
I
so
believe, I believe acquiring a more and more knowledge and you are not disseminating these knowledges around the others means you are going to gradually, forgetting internally,
yes,
right? Because I believe like helping others, that is mean you're going to spread the knowledge what you learn earlier to any sources, right? Spreading knowledge, that is mean enhancing yourself, right? In such kinds of knowledges. So I believe like whenever I talk to anybody, as better as I can help to them, right? Putting my efforts in order to explain them all things. And this is the way you can extend your levels in into this language, right? And that's why like don't consider like I have to improve, I have to reach that level, not fixing, I mean limitations at your goals. As better as you can just do something unique and specific more than others. And
yeah,
this is the way you can reach at your destiny as soon as possible.
yeah. We should be consistent and disciplined, do things every day, yeah, without taking a
Yeah,
pause and a break. So definitely one day you would be able to get these kinds of fluence which you are looking for. So right now I'm maybe intermediate, lower intermediate, but I want to also become maybe upper intermediate speaker. And today I'm doing lots of activities. I try to talk, I try to read, I try to even what is called listen a lot. But what's I mean, talking about improving vocabulary, it is really difficult for me. If I'm learning one or two vocabulary in a day, another day I'm forgetting. I really don't know
yeah,
why these kinds of problem I'm facing. I really don't know. I thought if I'll read or maybe remember a one or two vocabulary today, maybe I can keep remember for a long time. But it's not reality for me. So I try to
yeah.
consume just English content. So and from there I should understand. But
I
expanding,
believe
go ahead.
I believe like learning, I mean accumulating the words, it's not a easy I mean it's not a big deal for any person. Utilization, it's a very big deal for them, right? Why it
Yes.
happens, why the people are forgetting out and they are unable to use on the spot because they do not try to finding the relevant topic related the words. What I
Yes,
do
that is a
often
problem.
like after collecting the words, I always try to get the relevant topic so that I get the chance to manifesting that around the
Yes.
others in order to construct the sentence as well. So
Mm,
I do the same thing. I often recommend it to others, like they should also do the same like me.
yeah.
Learn only two vocabulary, it's enough for you. And try to just pick them, I mean, show them the relevant topic so that you can get the chance of utilizations,
Yes.
right? Because you are not getting, situations. Because
Yeah.
without getting situations, how will you use them, right? How will you
Yeah.
convey your message related to words? This is the bigger, blunder issues behind the learners and they have been suffering a lot for getting problems, right?
Yeah, this is a one of the biggest problem I'd say. You will have to create a situation where you can use those vocabulary which you have learned already. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. That would be the also reason for me, and that's the reason I'm not able to, I can say, remember for a long time. Okay, so I want to ask one question, where you are from. Sorry for that, I did not get it initially.
actually I'm from Bihar state, Bihar.
You are from Bihar. So have you ever been to Nepal or not? Because we have a
Of
border,
course,
Bihar border.
not Bodal, but do you know about the village Bhimnagar? Do you know Bhimnagar?
I don't know
No.
about that. No, maybe I'm not from
It's a
near to that.
it's a nearest it's a nearby, and that do they often the stop the water level. I mean 36 do's,
Oh,
which the
okay, okay.
government in order to stop the water level. Do you
Lumbini
remember?
maybe, Lumbini it would be, and there is like a gate, and that is like a bigger
Yeah,
gate.
36
I know.
gate, there to
Yes,
stop water level.
yes, I know about that. Okay,
Yeah.
what
So I
exactly
have
it
been
was?
there a couple of months, before. I have been there.
Okay, so okay, when you came in Nepal, did you have to like face any problem on border or not?
No, actually, I have not been through the border.
Okay,
My route was little different. I have been through the bus, you can say, and it take more than 1 day to reach that, there, I would say. I didn't face any problem, but I got many Nepalis there on the spot and checking out every citizens like where they are going and asking about
okay,
my Aadhaar and some document to show them to
okay,
be considered, as a citizens of the India.
okay, they were asking like about your identity card. Okay, but sir, I have been to also so many in India so many times, but I never had to show my identity card, anything else. It is a
This could
if
be the coincidence, you can say. I
maybe, but like it's
Yeah,
all
I
because
caught
of
because of
okay, so maybe you would be like a traveling through like a public transport, and that's the reason. Other like if you are coming by walking, then they are not going to like check who you are, where you are from.
I had been through tempo.
Okay, tempo. But even then, should have not happened maybe. Okay, because
Mm,
I have been to like more than like 15 or 20 times, and never I saw. Then how I can say like a other person they have to like show their identity card.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so
That
when
was
did you?
coincidence.
Yeah, so when did you
Yeah.
travel in Nepal? When you have been to in Nepal?
I think, I had been there, I think 1 year, even 2 years back.
Okay, just recently you have traveled. So how did you like? Did you like Nepal or not?
No, not recently, 2 year I have said. I said 2 year.
Okay, but even then, see, might you have like some kinds of experience related Nepal? So, did you like
Of course.
Nepal culture, behaviors? How did you like?
Yeah. Of course, I found many temples and many mountains there that
Okay.
was looking so captivating, mesmerizing, I would say.
Yes.
And that scenes made me so pleasure from inside. And of course, I was quite grateful to be there as a citizens. So if I'll get chance again to be there, so of course I would like to be there again. And spending couple of time, couple of days, you
Mhm.
can say couple of months.
Okay, so
Yeah.
did you visit Nepal for some kinds of like a reason, like a some work purpose, or it was like a visit purpose?
No, my relatives is there. My
Okay,
relatives is there. So yeah, he called me, just come to spend some couple of days here. Then that's why I visited there.
and it is a common thing, no, like between Nepal or India, mostly like with the Bihar, because I have also one of my cousin sisters. She got married and staying in India. So I would say not because of that reason I have been to India. It's all because of whenever any festival and any occasion comes, so we have to buy some stuff. And in India, just leave it you will get in cheaper price, but in Nepal, same price for same stuff you will have to pay just leave it more money. So that's the reason we prefer to go in India and buy from there. And if any problem will happen, for health problem, so you can also go over there, check up. So it would be not that much of costly. So that's the
Yeah,
reason I have been to over there.
mostly the people are going there for only sake of, their eyes issues.
Okay, in Nepal,
Because, yeah, in Nepal, I think
it's called
eye
Lal.
specialist, specialist, doctors is there, and
Okay.
their treatment is really up to the mark. That's the reason people are there.
Okay, I have heard also these kinds of things from other Indian people. They also mention about there's is like a one place that is really famous for eye mostly. So it's called Lalgarh. Seems like where people mostly they come to check up their eye. So I know also just leave it because it's only 1 hour is take by bus from my hometown. So that's the reason I have been to over there, but not taking an eye, not because of that. But I have heard about that. I never been to over there's events.
Okay. So are you out of the border, right? Are you out of the border, right?
Yes, just a little bit inside maybe, but not on border like a side exactly. Take 1 hour by bus. So even then, it's not that much of far.
Are
And
you in Kathmandu, nearby Kathmandu?
Kathmandu, it is a kind of like a really far from my hometown as well. It take 8 hour or 7 hour by public transport, so it's really far maybe. But even as like in Nepal, it is a small country. You can travel within like a 2 or 3 days whole Nepal. You don't have to like spend a lot of time to travel. And talking about India, even like traveling one state, it required a lot of time. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, you're right. I heard the rumors like anytime the lion came out in the village and started disturbing the people, right? So is
Okay,
this right or
Okay, in Nepal,
yeah,
I'd say
Nepal.
like there is called like a Chitwan Rashtra Nikunj where you can see a wild animal and there is like a different kinds of animal. Even like in my village, we also saw like a elephant and that's elephant. It's really like I can say so much of like a dangerous. You can't stand
Yeah,
like in front of them. So like sometimes it's happen, but mostly it's happen in like Chitwan Rashtra Nikunj. That is a place where there you can see lots of tourism they come to visit or see the animals over there. So that's the area you can see these kinds of animal. But talking about in my area, rarely we can't see maybe.
yeah. I think you might be, little far from such kinds of place. Like
Yes,
you are living in a middle of,
yes,
place like
maybe.
which is not called fully village or fully town.
Yeah, it
You
is
are
a
in the
true.
middle of them, right?
Because my village, it is not look like a village or even like a town, city. It's a look like a, maybe like a moderate kind of things. There, see, everything is available, everything nowadays. But before it was difficult. There were not transportation, road perfect, and nothing else like over there. But now it's been like a 2 or 3 years. There is everything, so like a hospital you can see, schools, everything is available nowadays. So from there, so like even
Yeah.
you can like feel as a village like a village beauty because there you would be able to see mount like a hilly area and rivers and forest. We have everything over there. And even I'm the person who grow up in these kinds of like things. And it was a really great time for me. But now it's been around 4 years. I'm in Saudi Arabia, so I can't say. Here you would be able to see desert, but talking about where I'm living, it is also one of the beautiful place. And it's all because of it is surrounded by hilly area, greenery, everything. So I'm getting the same vibes as I used to get in my Nepal, in my village. So it's a really amazing, I would say, like a place in Saudi.
Are you living alone at this place, Saudi Arabia? Or
Um, I can't say like I'm living alone. I have many friends who is from India or Bangladesh. So we hang out
okay.
sometimes. We like enjoy each other like every day. But talking about like your own relative, your own family, so definitely they would be not here. So they are living in Nepal. I'm living by myself. But even then, I'm trying to live by myself. It's all because of learning communication skill. Because most of my friends they don't know English, and if I want to speak in front of them, they don't like. I can say they don't like give that much of attention, and I can't speak in front of those people. But I talk on audio call in front of everyone. But even then, I don't get a English atmosphere here. So like with my friend, so I have to speak
Yeah.
in Hindi language only all time here.
Yeah, I mean, those people are unable to perceive your words, your statements. There's no meant to be of discussing in this language around them, right?
Yeah.
I also do not utilize such kinds of language around my relatives or any person at my home. Instead of, I just discuss with the people by these kinds of applications only.
Yes, absolutely. I also do same things. And even sometimes I come across even foreigner at my restaurant. So that times I try to utilize this moment and I talk. I speak. Although I feel like a fumble sometimes and miss the things here and there, but even then I
Yeah,
try
it
my best
doesn't
to
matter.
speak. Yeah. Okay, then we should
Doesn't
wrap up
matter.
this. Okay, we should wrap up this session.
Wow.
And I
Yeah,
say it
yeah, yeah.
was a really great conversation which I had with you, and we can connect again in future.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah,
I
same
have
to you.
been waiting so long, but I was unable to hold this session because of light absence in my house. But today I just arrange and just
Okay.
I do the first season with you.
I say like a light is it is like really perfect from your side, and that's really great. And thank you for also like giving me this wonderful opportunity. I also enjoy a lot. So bye,
Thank you
and
so much.
yeah, same to you, bro.
Okay. Bye. Good night.